News Beat on the outside with Bandit Stride inside of second row and Promise Approved. So they're just about right. Divine King's right up there with My Brother's Mate, and it's a green light, and they'll race for the early lead, the two favourites. It's on the inside, Divine King and My Brother's Mate, and there's not a lot between them. Hugo's to Not galloped as they were reaching that first turn. Just in behind those then is Bandit Stride, and on its outside in turn came Always a Babe, and they were followed just easing in behind that group of horses by Bluebell Stride. Further back in the field then as they swing into the straight was Promise Approved, and they were followed by Bonnie, Bobby, Shaft Toe, News Beat, and tailing out after a misdemeanor was Hugo Stenotti to be the best part of about 15 off the leader, and that leader is Divine King, who was able to hold the top, leads by 3 parts of a length. In second spot at the moment is My Brother's Mate, and they were being followed back in third spot then by Bandit Stride. Next on the outside came Always a Babe, followed further back then towards the inside 3 markers, Promise Approved. On the outside of those is Bluebell Stride, and the next one was News Beat, followed by Bonnie, Bobby, Shaft Toe, and with absolutely zero tempo. Tacking on now is Hugo Stenot. The lead time was 39.4 down the back. The leader is Divine King, one of the debutantes. In second spot, making a mid-race move out 3 horses wide now is Always a Babe, but hunting up to keep it working was the other debutant, My Brother's Mate. And then we'll follow just in behind those, having a nice suck run by Bandit Stride. Bluebell Stride's in the centre, having a good run. And then came Promise Approved, Bonnie, Bobby, Shaft Toe. Second to last is News Beat, and Hugo Stenotis at the tail of the field. Well, Always a Babe is working double overtime out there 3 deep. Just can't get around them at the moment. 32 for the first quarter. And down the straight to get the bell lap to go this time, and it's Divine King. Leading out from in second spot, My Brother's Mate. Third, the inside Bandit Stride, Bluebell Stride, 1-1. And then on the outside is Always a Babe, 3 deep, and just yielding ground from Bonnie, Bobby, Shaft Toe, Promise Approved. And then came News Beat in the blue colours, and in the red colours on its outside, Hugo Stenotis at the tail. They run into the back straight, 32-4 second quarter. So a 64-4 half, and the leader is Divine King. A half length in front, now a neck on My Brother's Mate. And then came Bandit Stride, Bluebell Stride, Promise Approved, Bonnie, Bobby, Shaft Toe. Then News Beat, Hugo Stenot, and Always a Babe as they reach the 400 metres. Third quarter was 29-1, and Divine King. 3 parts on in second, Posse, My Brother's Mate. Waiting on an out as Bandit Stride, Bluebell Stride's coming up 3 deep, and then Promise Approved and Bonnie, Bobby, Shaft Toe heads the remainder. Divine King led. My Brother's Mate is staying on. Bluebell Stride, Bandit Stride, and Promise Approved. It's Divine King the leader. Down the outside, coming home well now was Bluebell Stride, putting in a burst, and back to the inside, try to get mobilised as Bandit Stride. It's coming. Divine King led up on the inside, finishing brilliantly as Bandit Stride, and I think Bandit Stride has bloused either Divine King or Promise Approved, who flashed home at them late. And just in behind those, we've got a photo for the first 4 players, and that's between My Brother's Mate, and flashing up on the inside was Newsbeat. Great go. Not all that far away either was Bluebell Stride, and Bonnie, Bobby, Shaft Toe was on the outside of those as well. Gee, it was a good finish in the end. And further back then to finish, we had a gap off to well back Hugo Stenot and Always a Babe. 8's won it.